There we go. Okay.
All right.
Woo, yay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, welcome everyone. Betty Smith with Scioto County Daily News. We are the people's news. We're number one for a reason, and that reason is you. I have the pleasure to be here in Portsmouth, Ohio at the famous Port City Pub, I should say.
Infamous Port City Pub, maybe.
Yeah, better have been here, yeah. Corey, the manager, we're going to talk to him today, and because this is a big event for you guys.
It is. This is what we plan for all year long. I mean, It really is. My planning, I always joke, starts at the beginning of the year. No, it starts on March 18th.
I believe that. Yes. And then adding for the events for the next year, right?
That's it.
Now, I know you've already had some things happening in here this week, but today, being Friday the 14th, what do you guys have got?
We've had events. Actually, they started last Saturday going into the big weekend. So tonight, to kick off the weekend, we have the Bog Stompers from the Ironton, Ashland area. They're a high-energy Celtic band.
Yeah.
And they're fairly new. They've been around for a year or two now, but they already have a huge following. And
wow.
I met them here. They came down for an open mic and just blew me away. It was great.
Yeah.
But they played here. They've played in the new pub in Ashland and across the tri-state now. So it's really excited to have them back to kick off the big weekend.
Oh, yeah. Now, and we're talking about the weekend, too. So
yeah.
I know tomorrow morning things start very early.
Yeah, tomorrow morning we open up at 9 a.m. With our famous St. Patrick's Day breakfast.
Okay.
We have a couple different options. Our two main choices are the full Irish breakfast. That has all the good stuff like banger sausage and blood sausage that people are like, oh, it's delicious. I'm telling you, try it. Scrambled eggs, baked beans with that, toast, grilled tomato. Or if you want to play a little bit safer, we have the American breakfast, eggs and bacon and sausage and gravy.
Man, that sounds good. It all sounds good, yeah.
And a couple different options with that, too. That starts at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So before the parade, and that runs until 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And the parade kicks off at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And we do a little reset here during that time.
Okay.
That way, when the parade's over, we're good to go for lunch.
And I know, it's crazy in here, especially after the parade.
Yeah. I always love,
I know you guys have like a line for breakfast, but...
Yeah, but the new employees especially, when those doors open up, they're just like... It's like the floodgates have opened and people are coming in. So.
I've had the pleasure of being here when you guys have had that business in here.
Yeah.
That also being said, so I'm going to kind of skip forward. We know tomorrow afternoon is going to be really crazy after the parade.
Yep.
I did reach out, and I know that the parade's going to come right down here in front of us.
Right in front of the pub. And this is kind of the central location, but it goes all the way from basically Market and 2nd, all the way down 2nd Street, Washington Street, 5th Street, and Chillicothe Street, and it's at Tracy Park. That's the official end, but a lot of people come in here, right,
Right, toward the end, yeah. Now, this is one thing I did want to ask you, because I know a lot of people probably ask, well, first of all, the Grand Marshals for this year. Yeah, what's
the Grand Marshal is my father, Chip Millay. And the junior Grand Marshal. Now, my son was the junior Grand Marshal last year.
Okay.
This year is Declan Thornsberry. It's actually my cousin, so still in the family.
Okay.
But Chip, he's the Grand Marshal of the 18th parade, and followed by a lot of good people have been Grand Marshals. So he's really excited about it.
Oh, this is fun! Yeah. Now the next thing I know, people are going to say, "Well, how do you become a Grand Marshal?"
So the parade is put on by the Seven Nations Celtic Club. They meet here at Port City the third Thursday of every month, about 6 o'clock. You can just stop in. You don't have, it's a club open to everyone. You don't have to be Irish. You don't have to, just show up and like, hey, I want to be part of this. And you're in the club. It's so, and they are looking for new members. So the club votes on the Grand Marshal every year, and they try to find someone who has been community minded, done things in the community, Chip owns WIOI Radio. He is a member of the Portsmouth Chamber of Commerce, former president of the Portsmouth Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
He's been in the JCs. He's volunteered many hours, put many community events together. With the radio station, promotes a lot of community-minded events too.
Yes.
So you don't have to have the biggest resume in the world to do it.
Okay.
But every year they seem to find someone really good. My grandfather, Chuck, who's passed away, he was actually Grand Marshal at
Oh,
one
wow.
time.
Okay.
That was fun. A couple years ago, we had a gentleman named Guy Steele. Guy was a veteran. And,
Oh, okay.
He was part of the Celtic Club. He loved Irish heritage, and so it's a pretty open field. And we've had Steve Hayes and
Oh, I forgot about it.
I
Yeah.
think Steve might have been the first Grand Marshal.
Okay.
I would have to go back. 18 years is a long time. But we've had Joe Canner last year. Joe's done a lot in the community through his business endeavors and volunteer with the Knights of Columbus.
Yes.
And he runs the Anchor Pad Boat Club that I,
Yes.
when I have time, am part of. So it's been a couple of years since I've had my boat down there. And let's see, who else have we had?
John McHenry.
John McHenry, yes. He was maybe the most excited Grand Marshal.
I can believe that. Oh, we have great
Yeah.
pictures. I've seen. Yeah.
And so we miss John a lot. Of course,
Yeah.
John is a veteran, and he worked with the Portsmouth Public Library doing veteran interviews. And,
Yes.
John was a huge member of the Celtic Club. I'm not sure if he was ever president, but if he always took over the meetings.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, we love John.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's why I wanted to know that, because they're going to ask,
Yeah.
and then that way they kind of have an idea, and that they're open.
Yeah.
They're open for new members.
Exactly. Yeah. And I tell you what, we've been worried all week about the weather, and I don't think it's gonna be great, but the forecast doesn't show rain until later on.
I know. I was looking at that. Yes, I've been following it too.
It
Yeah.
might be a little windy, so if you're wearing a kilt, make sure you keep it down a little bit. But
Bring an extra safety pin. Huh?
But besides that, I think it's going to go off without a hitch. As long as the weather stays nice, we'll have the Shamrock pipes and drums back
Okay.
down from Columbus, and that's everyone's favorite.
That's
of course,
awesome,
They
yeah.
perform at the pub right after the parade.
Okay.
And so if it's raining really bad, they can't get their bagpipes wet, but let's keep our fingers crossed. that
Yes,
that
fingers
stays.
crossed. They're saying 20-30%. We're like, keep bringing it down.
Yeah.
Now, a couple other questions, because I know he is busy, and I was trying to pull him in but on a lunch hour.
This is great to sit down for you, just so you know.
So we know about Saturday. We know Sunday. What do you got
Yeah.
going on for Sunday?
Well, Sunday is a day of rest
Okay.
for the pub. I'll probably be down here restocking and everything. But then we're going to open up on Monday for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, awesome.
11 o'clock that day, and don't really have a closing time yet, but...
if you're here, they're open,
yeah,
right?
Pretty much. Or until the staff can't
And,
walk
and get your green drinks.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So,
That's my first thing I ask. What can I get?
never any time of the day is good for Jameson and ginger ale.
Yes.
So,
Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
drink it.
yeah, so
Kick my day off right.
there you go. But yeah, we have a huge weekend. Saturday, back Saturday, bands all day long.
Okay.
And the dancers from the Southern Ohio Museum Cirque d'Art Celtic or Theater next to the pub have their Celtic group. They'll be performing twice on
Awesome.
Saturday. They actually have a Celtic concert tonight.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Vern Rife, right?
Well, I don't know if it's. I think it's at their studio.
Oh, at their
but I
stu-
could be
okay.
wrong, but I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's at their studio. And then they'll be here on Saturday. I think they're going to be at the Holy Redeemer Irish
Oh.
Fest on Saturday
Okay.
also. They performed last night during Business After Hours, which was a huge success.
Oh, I
last
saw
night.
some of the video. Yes.
That was fun. And,
I had to work. I'd been here.
Me too, but I was here. So,
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
So that was a fun night. And, it should be a great weekend.
Good.
So,
Well, come in, guys. Come see Corey and the crew.
yeah, and the crew. I got a good crew this year. A lot of them are newer and they're really excited. Some of the veterans, we're trying to get them ready. So
Yes.
they might. Oh wow, you weren't lying for a minute, but they'll kick in the high
This will
gear.
this will be a good experience for them all. They'll enjoy it too.
And after St. Patrick's Day, they're like, "Oh, this is nothing, whatever, we have the biggest night."
Look, make this their job application. Be like, if you can handle this, you can handle this.
That'll be it. So,
well, Corey, I'm going to say thank you. God love you.
Thank you.
And we plan on trying to come back in sometime this weekend. And I'll be right down the street from you going live. So I'll have to walk down here. I probably will, no doubt.
All right. Thanks so
All
much,
right. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah. All right, guys. That was Corey with Port City Pub. I just want to finish up with some updates that, again, he's mentioned most of them. Tonight, we'll be at the Columbia for a little bit. Wildman Wayne Crabtree will be doing karaoke from 8 to 1. The Columbia just opened back up in the last few months. So if you haven't had a chance to visit the Columbia yet, come down and see them. Oh, my gosh. I've been in there a few times now. Got to be in there for New Year's Eve. I totally enjoyed seeing Jacob Tolliver and Rick Farrell and his group, which, talking about some of their group, Fortunate Sons will be playing March 22nd at the American Legion. They say it's members only, but if you know a member, you can get in. But I say they're a good band to see. So that's 705 Court Street, the American Legion, March 22nd. I'm going to try to keep it light because I know we just had a great interview with Corey here. And I want you guys to be able to get this interview out there because it's so exciting to get down here in downtown Portsmouth and let folks know what's going on. I'm also going to mention photography, web design, and much more, where we do everything from same-day portraits to video broadcasting. We're doing Easter Bunny pictures starting March 22nd that will run until April 12th. That's Saturday and Sundays, 11 to 4. But I am going to encourage that you guys get in early because, schedules change. Sometimes something could happen, but right now 11 to 4 Saturdays and Sundays at 612 Chillicothe Street. So if you're wanting to get in early for Easter Bunny pictures, $20, 8x10 or 2 5x7s. You get a digital image with that. And of course, you get to see the Easter Bunny. And we have 2 great Easter backgrounds to choose from this year. All right, this is that point where I want to make sure to let folks know, thanking our partners in business. We want to thank Southern Ohio Overhead Doors and Fencing, Roger Hemming Contractors. Also, we'd like to mention, I want to rattle all these off. Easy Dumps It right there in Willersburg. So if you're looking for a sanitation company, check out Easy Dumps It. Caring Hearts Daycare, which is also right there in Willersburg. They do daycare till 11:30 in the evening. We want to mention Joy Hive Apparel. The favorite slogan we have on that is they buzz out the hive and bring joy into the world. And then the last but not least, I want to just kind of mention those honorable mentions again, because these are folks that we deal with on a daily basis, even with Scioto County Daily News, so photography, web design, and much more. Rivertown Antiques, which is on 2nd Street, which a lot of the parade will be going down by there tomorrow. You also have McManus Catering. So if you're looking for that catering service, check them out. So many more folks to mention, but I am going to end it there because like I said, it was a great interview with Corey, and we just want to make sure that everybody got that information out there. As always, we are the People's News. We're number one for a reason, and that reason is you. Thanks, guys. Where do I end it?